Stop scrolling and look at your bank account. That number isn't your wealth. It's the amount of leash the system has given you before you have to bark again. Most of you are brag posting about six-figure salaries while being exactly one medical bill or one corporate restructuring away from total insolvency. You're not a professional. You're a high-end renter of your own time. You spend 40 hours a week building someone else's dream, then spend your weekends buying things you don't need to forget about the job you hate. In 2026, the middle class isn't being squeezed, it's being liquidated. The game is no longer about getting a good job. The game is about escaping the slave drive economy before the AI you're helping to build replaces your desk with a server rack. If you think your loyalty will be rewarded with a pension, you're not just wrong. You're a casualty in a war you didn't even know started. Let's do the math the gurus avoid. Every hour you trade for a paycheck is taxed at the highest rate possible. Then, that remaining money is hit by the hidden tax of inflation. By the time you buy groceries, you've lost 40% of your life's energy to a system that doesn't even know your name. Earning money is the least efficient way to get rich. The elites don't work for money. They work for assets that print money while they sleep. If your income stops when you stop working, you aren't an investor. You're an indentured servant with a nice smartphone and a data plan. You're working to pay for the tools you use to work. It's a closed loop, and it's designed to keep you at zero. The escape hatch is something I call asset velocity. Most people buy a house and call it an asset. It's not. It's a liability that eats taxes, interest, and maintenance. Real assets move. I'm talking about digital real estate, automated cash flow systems, and high-yield equity. In 2026, the barrier to entry is gone. You can own a piece of a tech patent or a fractional share of a high-rent district with a single tap. The goal isn't to save more. It's to increase the velocity at which your cash turns into ownership. Every dollar is a soldier. Stop letting yours sit in a trench doing nothing. If your money isn't out there fighting for you, it's dying for someone else. Here is the part that drives people crazy. You are currently living through the greatest wealth transfer in history because of AI. One person with the right AI stack can now do the work of a 50-person marketing agency. You can build, launch, and scale a cash-flowing asset in a single weekend. If you aren't using AI to multiply your output, you are competing against a steam engine with a hand shovel. The new rich aren't the ones with the most employees. They're the ones with the most efficient AI-managed systems. You don't need a boss. You need a server. You don't need a team. You need a workflow. The leverage available to you right now is unprecedented, but it won't last forever. The world is splitting in two. On one side, the employees who will spend the next decade complaining about the economy and waiting for a miracle. On the other, the owners who are quietly building sovereign wealth while the rest of the world is distracted. No one is coming to save your retirement. No one is going to fix the currency. It's just you and your choices. You can keep your steady paycheck and your safe life, or you can join the 1% who decided to own the future instead of renting it. Subscribe if you're ready to stop being a participant and start being a player. The 48-hour challenge starts now. Which side are you on? Let me know in the comments. Let me